He's done you both there, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Hello everyone, my name's Stephen. I'm one of the best men. Pipe down, you're representing Lancashire now. Having known David since high school, I'm sure you can appreciate what a huge privilege it was to be asked for this role. However, that feeling didn't last long, if I'm honest, because as soon as he had asked me, I saw him trot over to Tom. He asked Tom if he would be a best man too, right in front of me. And then we were told that he'd also approached Denny too, and the magic really wore off rather quickly. Sorry to God. Who really needs three best men? You see, it gives you an insight into the character of David. He's always been greedy. Jen's family, it's all a bit of a facade, but don't be fooled, yeah? Just because there's a few of us, he's not super popular or anything. He only has 5 friends. We may as well all be up here speaking. And it's pretty obvious, sorry, I'll get to my speech in a minute, but it's pretty obvious who his favourites are too. Okay, let's look at the facts from this morning. Denny had responsibility of holding on to the wedding rings, that sacred symbol of love and devotion. Tom had the personal experience of being on standby with a tying of a knot. My job, I get to press play on the speaker. However, I have to admit, that actually ended up being quite a stressful job. Inside, outside, who knows? Anyway, so it took me a while to get to know David. I think when I first met him, there was quite a bit of envy. I was forever in his shadow when it came to school achievements, sports, and the fact that he has an unusually large head. He played up front for his school football team. I played up front for the school football team, but from the bench. I got 6-7 minutes each week. It was fun. But it was college where David and I finally became lovers. I held him back academically while surpassing him in topics such as video games, girls and drinking. We didn't do a great deal at college. We rarely attended classes. We spent most of the day playing cards in the cafe. But it all worked out well in the end, didn't it? Obviously, the boy done good. Now that David does. Nobody on this table knows what David does for a living, but he's comfortable, and that's all that matters. He's a huge family favourite. My mum adores him, thinks the world of him. My dad thinks he's all right. However, David is only one of a few friends that my dad actually knows by name, due to an unfortunate incident that happened about 16, 17 Christmases ago, where, he knows, where my old man discovered a naked David being sick in their bathroom. Why you feel the need to remove your trousers when being ill, we'll never know. But it's not too dissimilar from an experience that I had with David on what is now our annual Easter trip to Scotland, where I was unfortunate enough to walk into the communal bathroom and find a naked, agitated, aggressive-looking David, almost wrestling with himself. Quite a bizarre sight. But interesting fact, I've found out since that north of the border, they call it burping the worm. Isn't that good? Yeah. Sorry. I don't remember the first time David and Jenny met. Funnily enough, I wasn't invited on their first date. I would have gone. I would have gone. But like everyone else in this room, I distinctly recall thinking that Jen was way, way, way out of his league, obviously. Jen, your beauty shames the angels. You look incredible. I'm very sorry you didn't get to have a Prosecco breakfast on your wedding day, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of catching up to do. What an incredible year you are both having, and venture awaits. In fact, you deserve extra credit in my eyes for moving out to this beautiful region and coming up north to Preston to be with your man, and not eventually settling down to marry a cousin like most folk from Devon do. Again, so there had to be some north and south divide. If anybody has a problem with that last line, David's dad Roger insisted I said it. He was really, really particular. And huge congratulations on the choice of venue too. This is a really stunning place. If you're not aware of Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall and his hit TV show Down by the River Cottaging, he's known for his passion and love of local food and organic delights. However, there are a few of us here that are a little bit surprised to find that this wedding event isn't being serviced by Tony's Pizza. However, they may make an appearance later on. Before I pass you over to Tommy, we have a message from our friends in Australia, David and Melissa. Allow me to read it out if you may. Hello, Dave and Jenny. Massive congratulations to you both. Hope your day thus far has been spectacular. Jenny, we're pretty confident you look amazing, but we can't believe you actually went through with it. Dave, based on the stag pictures, I'm sure you also would have made a beautiful bride. I'm sad I can't be there on your big day to throw cans of San Miguel at your big head. And generally torment you as you've done to me for the many years I've known you. Wishing you both and your impending arrival a happy marriage and a great future together. I'm sure we've many more adventures together ahead. And I couldn't agree more. And that's from Dave, Melissa and Darla. So with that said, huge congratulations again, and I will pass you over to Tom.
Well done, Roper. Right, hello everyone. How are we all doing?
Very well.
Right, I'm Tom. Like Dave said, school friend of David. It was a true honour to be asked to be best man. Well, it would have been if it weren't three of us. Established. Then we met at school, and Roberts wasn't the clean-cut young professional you see before him. Roberts was a townie. A townie's a chav, and Roberts was a little chav. He had his little rock coats, tracksuit bottoms, and he smoked loads of fags. Loads of fags. He was a brilliant smoker. He was the best smoker in our group, and we had some ace smokers, didn't we? But you know, and he loved his Regal king size, didn't you?
Missed them.
Collects the focus points.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Trying to get enough points to get a pen in a box. But he wasn't really a rogue. He's a modest guy, so we won't tell people this, but he did quite a lot of work for charity when he was a kid. Look at his face.
Spill the beans on.
So when we were at school, school, the NSPCC came round and asked for volunteers to collect for local charities. Roberts, decent guy, put himself forward for this. So he put his school tie on, put his blazer, parted his hair, went round door to door around his little old ladies' houses, his little angelic face and his cheesy grin and his braces, collected loads of money, loads and loads of money. And I saw him not long after that, and I did notice he had a load of loose change on him, and a load of fags. But I think he deserved the treat after all that hard work, so fair play. After school and college, Roberts went to uni to study philosophy. Philosophy. Just let that sink in for a second. Philosophy, absolute Dossers course. But to be fair to him, it did get him a career recruitment, and through that he met Jen. So safe to say the best thing that's ever happened to him. So, you know, all good things. Now, in the early days of their relationship, they had a night together in a hotel, Birmingham, I believe. Went out for a nice romantic meal, wined and dined. I think this is the first time as consenting adults they stayed together. Maybe, is that true? Yeah. Okay. And Jen Jen woke up in the middle of the night, looked around, Roberts wasn't there. Where's he gone, the dirty rat? What's going on? But then she looked and she saw his clothes are there. She looked around the room, looked in the bathroom, wasn't there. Opened the hotel door to the corridor and saw Roberts bent over with stomach cramps in some sort of yoga position. Now this is a true gent. Rather than letting off a massive arse clapper in front of her, he snuck out the room to do it in peace. That is a true gent. So yeah, over the years, I've got to know him very well. So I've got a few facts about Roberts. He's put his car into a ditch more than once. Thank you, Jamie. He once melted an electric kettle by putting it on a hob to make a brew. He loves sausage. He loves sausages. Sorry. He's got bowed legs.
Yeah.
He tells everyone he meets he looks like Richard Gere. He likes cricket, and he can't grow a beard. No, but seriously though, he is a great guy. He is a top bloke. We come from a tight-knit group of mates, and even though we don't see each other as much, we've still got a special friendship that'll just stay with us till we die. So we're all a part of that same group, and that I think is a credit to his mum and dad, what a guy he is. I know that, you know, Steve and Nicola are top people as well, so it's a proper nice family. Robertson. Rumour has it Jen's pregnant. And yeah, I for one couldn't be happier about that news. I know that Jen and Roberts around to our house, and our boys, 2-year-old and 4-year-old, both love them. Got a real soft spot for Jen, so I know they're gonna make awesome parents, and I just can't wait for that. It's traditional for the best man to offer a bit of advice, so I'm going to offer a bit of advice to Jen. This is something that Robertson's football coaches used to say. Try him in every position, and if that doesn't work, pull him off.
Thank you, Tom, Stephen, David, and Richard. I was hoping your speeches would be absolutely terrible, so it would make that look a bit better. Anyway, for those who don't know me, I'm Denny. I've known David. Known David for a long, long time. First meeting him at Broughton High School, at that awkward, tender age we all were. But allow me to thank you for all travelling to beautiful Devon for the celebration. I know most of you have travelled a long way, including myself and Laura. It's not every day you travel to somewhere that's as inbred as Preston. So it really is so good to have everyone in the same room today. It's as we grow older, it gets less and less opportunities for us all to get together. So I'm pretty sure that we're on for a full night of partying, apart from Jen, who's offered to give everyone a lift back to the hotel. I won't lie, I'm not the best public speaker. These guys have put me to shame now. But over the past few months I've been fretting about this, but I'm honoured to be part of your wedding party and supporting you with your best men today, mate. So. So now a few thank yous, just from the best men to the rest of the wedding party. I'd like to pay my respects to all the legends that were on the stag do. Absolute legends. Remember, today as drinks start to flow and everyone's lips begin to loosen, what happens on tour stays on tour. Isn't that right, Lawrence? Where did she go? You knew I was saying that. No, it really was a great weekend, and it was a chance to integrate small town weirdos from north and the south of the country. And a special thanks to Steve Roberts, who got me annihilated on the plane on the way back and made that trip from Manchester to Leeds much more challenging. I promised to repay the favour today, mate. Secondly, Dave, I'd like to thank you for your kind words. I promise not to embarrass you too much during today. And if there's anyone who's feeling apprehensive and nervous about what's lies ahead, it's probably Jen, because she just married you. I know David's already mentioned the parents of the group, but I'd like to thank David's mum and dad, Roger and Dot, and Richard and Evelyn, who, without all the passionate efforts all those years ago, we wouldn't be here at all. David's already mentioned this, but I think you'll join me in a second toast to the bridesmaid Emma and the flower girls Marley and Annabelle. I think you're all picture perfect, and you definitely put the rest of us to shame. I think everyone would agree that Jen looks stunning. Yep. And can I get a quick show of hands to see who thinks that Dave is definitely punching above his weight? Jen! Team Jen. So, Jen, I count you as a dear friend, and anyone who can put up with David's extensive bathroom regime deserves a bloody medal. Jen, to me, you're an expert toasty maker, number one, seasoned partier, always with a listening ear and a voice of reason, a beautiful person on the inside and out, funny, kind, quick-witted, and page 2. And just bloody lovely to be around. I know you'd be the best mum ever, and I'm very happy that you are now Dave's wife. Laura and I are personally glad we'll know you for the rest of our lives. Now to David, okay? So he's a card playing, Fiesta driving, piss pass creating, bathroom smoking. Yeah, you didn't know about that, did you? Sausage putty eating, football playing, champagne bowling, virginity saving, because that lasted a while. Gig going, lung collapsing, accident prone, cricket playing, coke can scarred, festival buddy, all round legend, and soon to be dad. So Dave and I have shared many nights in many pubs, sampled many drinks. There's always a true troop on a night out and rarely says no to the next pint. Now there was an early sign of this when we were growing up, back in our early teens. And I was on the way to meet Dave and some friends in Fulwood, which is not too far from Broughton, and got halfway and found Dave paralytic with his bike strewn against him. And he'd only robbed a bottle of whiskey from the old Roger Roberts. So I think it was half a bottle of whiskey. He couldn't move. So this location in our lives has become affectionately known as the piss path. Remember that? So we've shared more. We've shared more than drinks over the years, having worked at many places whilst growing up. It all started at Forte Post House, which is a big hotel in Preston, where we used to do the early shift together. I'll never forget the epic breakfast in the smoking room and the 45-minute lunch breaks. Being responsible young men, we were allowed the keys to the cellar and the master keys to all the bedrooms in this hotel. And our job was to fill up the minibars. Right, so yeah, you come in charge of that. So we took the piss. We drank all the drinks. We ate all the food. And after many fizzy drinks, I remember one and a few hazy pit stops. I remember Dave running around with his mustard yellow apron tied round his head, running down the corridors, being minibar man. You remember that? Yeah. Just on a personal note, no one will get this, but for a wannabe wicket keeper, mate, you can't catch a can of coke. Always a good influence for doing the wrong things. We successfully graduated at playing cards throughout our college years. Often being president, but always knowing they're actually an arsehole. That's a game, that's a personal thing. We did attend some classes, Roger. It's fine. Honestly though, I've never met such a sound, honest, true and decent man as Dave. And if there's anyone that I'd like to be stranded on a fairground ride for 20 minutes, 60 metres in the air above V Festival, talking shit with it, it'd be you. Raise your glasses to the man in a moment. So we have a great night of dancing and drinking ahead, and you've heard enough from us. So it gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief. You with me? Yeah. To invite you all to stand up and raise your glasses.